Hi guys, we're going to do just a quick little video for the day. We're going to talk about some taxes that England started requiring the colonists to pay. So England and France were in a war because they both wanted to own more land in North America. So they fought a war, and wars are very expensive. You have to pay for a lot of things. Well, England won the war, but it cost them a lot of money. So now they needed money, and they decided that the colonists should have to pay for that. They wanted the colonists to pay more money to help get back some of the money they spent in the war. Well, that meant that they were going to give taxes to the colonists. So the colonists were not very happy about that. They did not want to spend more money and giving more money to England. They wanted to use their own money to build up their own towns and all of their own supplies and resources. They didn't want to have to pay that money to England. But England was in charge, remember? So they said, sorry, you have to pay taxes. So the first tax that they ended up doing, let's go here, is the sugar tax. So every time England would make a new tax, they would make what's called an act. And we talked about this in the vocabulary. An act is like a new law. So every time England wanted to make a new tax, they would make a new law saying you have to pay this tax. So the Sugar Act of 1764 is a new law they made that gave a tax on sugar. So every time someone bought sugar, they had to pay a little bit extra, and that extra money would go to England. The Sugar Act also made a higher tax on coffee and indigo and wine. So indigo, can you see this little flower here? Indigo is a plant you would use to dye fabric blue. It would dye cloth blue. So the Sugar Act made a tax on sugar, but it also made a tax on coffee and indigo and some wine. So the colonists were not happy about that tax because they didn't get to vote for it. The England just said, sorry, you have to pay it. They didn't get to choose. So they were not happy. All right, so that's the Sugar Act of 1764. And we'll talk about the other acts another day.